so you are considering a 55 plus community. Praise the Lord. And the two big ones to consider here in the Charleston, Summerville area are going to be Webb Nexton and Webb Point Hope, because Webb is Webb, and who wouldn't want to live in one of these dreamy 55 plus communities?
They do it right. And we recently had an opportunity to visit Point Hope now that their models are built and furnished. And we got a lot to show you.
Oh, baby. Hey there, we are Dan and Angel. We are the Gen X team at EXP. So Gen X, yes, you heard it right. Generation X, baby, the best generation there is. Yep. So at the end of this video, he will give a Gen X fun fact and try and stump me on all the coolness that was back in the day. Yep. So stay to the end after we talk about Point Hope and Nexton, and we'll have some fun at the end of the video, but we've got great things to share with you now.
Okay, so today we're going to be breaking down every difference between these two communities, whether it be the location, the amenities, the HOA, the pricing, and even the nightlife. Because let me tell you, just because we're 55 plus, we still know how to get down.
That's right.
We just don't know how to get back up again.
So Webb Nexton is in Berkeley County, which is where Summerville is, which is where we are. Then there's Charleston County and Dorchester County. So when you say we live in the Charleston area, it includes all three of those counties.
And Webb Point Hope is in Charleston proper. So it's in Charleston County, but it's part of the greater Charleston area. So you got a different vibe completely. You got a different tax rate, different lifestyle. And if you're 55 plus, you might still be working. So you have to concern yourself, well, what are my commute times going to be depending on where I live?
And that actually plays in line too with the Webb Nexton and Summerville. If you're still commuting, that could be a factor on which one you pick as well.
So whether you're looking at Webb Nexton, Webb Point Hope, the biggest question you might have is, what are my commute times going to be looking like? Well, I did research. It was kind of inconclusive, meaning is one better than the other? It depends. So we looked at Charleston Airport, downtown Charleston, Isle of Palms, and Mount Pleasant. And I would say this, if you're looking at Webb Point Hope, the commute times are going to be pretty consistent because you're not dealing with rush hour traffic or getting off of work traffic. Whereas if you're looking at Nexton, you could save time going to the airport, or it could take significantly longer. So it all depends.
So to Dan's point, you're on different freeways for different commute times. If you're still working, that makes a difference. So Webb Nexton, you're coming down the 26. Webb Point Hope, you're going to be off of the 526. They kind of both head toward Charleston, but you need to know that if you're working in downtown Charleston, if you're working in some of the outer areas of the communities, that's going to make a difference on which one you prefer. And I don't know about you, but I need to know where Costco is at all times. So FYI, there's a Costco on both, right off of both freeways. So you're solid there.
Okay, now this is a big difference, and we want you to hear it, is that Webb Nexton was started in 2017. And it's almost completely built out. They've got between 1,400 and 1,500 homes at this point in time. And the amenity center is already up and running. So all the fun stuff is ready to go.
And they are expanding that amenity center. So depending on when you're watching this is summer of 2026. That amenity center is scheduled to be completed, as in like the add-ons that they're doing. They're doing a whole like old school gymnasium where you can do indoor pickleball. They're going to have concerts. They're going to have like little proms. They're going to do everything fun indoors.
And they're going to have a restaurant at the pool that serves libations.
Oh, so yeah. Food and beverage, right?
If you don't, the beauty of a 55 plus community is you can walk home. So get as lit as you want.
And to keep things in perspective on which one you might want to choose, the amenity center at Point Hope has not been completed yet, not even one of them. So the purchase of your property, you're an early adopter, so it's all going to be built up around you, which is cool, but your amenities are coming later.
Right. You're looking at 2027, 2028 as a time frame.
Yeah. And the thing to keep in mind about choosing Point Hope is you still get to pick your lot. You still get to pick my garage on the left, my garage on the right. And since the amenity center is still up and coming, your lot could be really close to it. You don't want to be near it, whatever the case may be. Still plenty of options in Point Hope because it's still being developed.
Absolutely. And for some people, that's a badge of honor. Like, I was the first one there, and I was right next to the model homes, or I'm walking distance to the amenity center. I mean, that's pretty cool.
Okay, now let's talk about golf carts, because that is pivotal. That is 1000% what these communities are built for, golf cart lifestyle.
So the beautiful thing about Webb Nexton is it is a golf carter's dream in that you have access to restaurants, you have access to the amenity center, you have access to shopping. If you want to go to the grocery store, it's all minutes away. So charge that battery and
go to Harris Teeter.
They have a wine bar in the grocery store.
Live music often.
Yeah.
You're like shopping through the store like, is that the music or is that, no, that's a real person. Hang on, let me go around. People are shopping with beer and wine in their hand.
Is that Hootie?
Yeah, we saw Hootie there. Now, compare that to Point Hope. It is still up and coming. So you can golf cart around your community, but the stuff around it hasn't quite been developed yet. It's still being built. So what's coming is going to be golf cartable. It's just not available to you at this time. And before I forget, in our description below is a whole downloadable breakdown of all of the 55 plus communities in the Charleston, Summerville area. So have at it. It's yours you can put it in chat and you can lay it out. You can do whatever you want to do. Highlight, star, it's yours to keep.
Yep. And everyone thinks that Florida is the place you retire to when you're 55. No, it's South Carolina.
Oh, baby.
And it's the Charleston area. Now, we're going to talk about something near and dear to your hearts, because if you're retired, you got to worry about the dollars.
Yeah.
Well, the beauty of Nexton, as far as Webb's concerned, is that they have one of the lowest tax rates in the country. So the HOA only runs about $270.
As of this filming, this is 2026.
And it can go up, but you have a lifestyle director and you've got all those amenities to take advantage of for a low price, because there's so many homes that cost gets distributed among more residents.
And that lifestyle director, by the way, not a day goes by where there's not 7, 8, 9 things to be a part of, whether it's mahjong, gardening, boating, going to Charleston for the day. I mean, you look at the little agenda that comes to your inbox or whatever, and they have it up in the model homes. You're like, I want to do that. I want to go there. Yeah. And if you're worried about who you're going to meet and what what your lifestyle is going to look like, you're going to find somebody, a walker, a worker outer,
car club, or whatever.
I mean, there's no shortage, and they are going to both have that. The Webb Point Hope doesn't quite have that up and running yet, but there is a lifestyle director that is participating in that community as well. Now back to the HOA. Yes, they 9 times out of 10 go up. I haven't ever seen one that goes down. But what it's taking care of is your return on your investment, the maintenance, the yard, the gate, if there is one. Those are the things that you're paying for because you have paid for the exclusivity to live in that community. Okay, so 2 benefits if you're moving into a 55 plus community that you are going to love as far as keeping that dollar in your wallet. Now, regarding the HOA at both communities, but if you're over 65, you will have the Homestead exemption, and assuming this is going to be your primary residence, you will have the lower property tax rate on the properties, no matter which county you pick. So Berkeley and Charleston County.
And if you got your heart set on Webb Point Hope, you do want to keep in mind that it's in Charleston County versus Berkeley County. So the taxes might be a little bit higher. And you also have to keep in mind that you're closer to the coast. So your insurance costs could be a little bit different. So that's something you want to keep in mind.
They do try to make sure that these properties or these communities are in X flood zone, which is the lowest as far as like the tier of flood zones. But that can change annually. So depending on what kind of weather Charleston gets, that could change. But starting out in both communities, you're going to be in the X flood zone. Okay, now let's talk about floor plans and what your home is actually going to look like. All right, so now let's talk about floor plan and design. Both communities have their model homes open, decorated, lovely for you to walk, touch, feel, imagine, right?
Yeah, and whether you do Nexton or Point Hope, all the models are the same. The names are the same, the layouts are the same, but here's a little tip for you. Let's say you look at the Stellar floor plan and you're like, man, I love that one. Well, guess what? If you go to Nexton, it ain't there.
in the model.
Yes, you have to go to Point Hope to see the stellar, to look, touch, feel, and experience what that's like in person. So that's something to keep in mind if that's the floor plan you land on.
And you can get that at Nexton. You just have to walk it at Point Hope. You can get it at Point Hope too.
And something that both Del Webb Nexton and Del Webb Point Hope have that is standard are screened-in porches, which in South Carolina is a huge benefit.
Dreamy, really, really dreamy. Another feature that we want to make sure we point out, because every time we bring clients to it, there's all kinds of oohs and ahs. In the primary closet, there is a peekaboo door that drops right into the laundry on some of the floor plans. So you just take your clothes off, drop them into the laundry. There's no messing up the primary closet floor at all. Then you can walk around, do the laundry. I'm not sure how you get the clean clothes back hung up in the primary closet. That's something that you can work out, but that is one that every time we take clients there, they're like, what? This is so cool. And we're like, I know.
Well, if you are a husband and wife couple living in the home, you could always pass the clean clothes back through that door. So next we're going to talk about price, but then be ready because the Gen X fun factor is right around the corner. So both communities, same homes, same square footage. They're identical, but they're in different parts of the state. You are going to find that in Point Hope, you are going to spend more for the primary structure. You might even spend more because you're looking at a lot premium, like I want to be near a pond, or like we talked about earlier, you want to be by the amenity center, and there will be a cost associated with that.
Now, let's consider Nexton, right? Del Webb Nexton is in Berkeley County. It's not a coastal county like Charleston County. Your price point is going to be lower. The neighborhood is already almost completely finished. Your amenity center is finished, and then they're building on that new one. So everything is already established and you have a lower price point. The community is established, the pool is there, the gate is there, the lifestyle director is there. There's already a whole neighborhood that you are just stepping into.
Yeah, and if you're okay with being more inland, that's where you're experiencing those cost savings.
On the flip side, Point Hope is closer to the water. Do you have a boat? There are a ton of boat storage places from the freeway to Point Hope. So if that's where you want to be and spend most of your time, Point Hope is the place to be.
Well, and warm water beaches. I mean, we went to the beach last summer and it was like walking into a bathtub. Awesome.
So if you need to sell your home wherever you're watching this from to get to the Charleston area, then you're going to want to look at Nexton, because Nexton is taking contingent offers. So you're going to sell to buy. Point Hope is just buying it outright. And also to Dan's point about the lot premiums, that's also something that is another part of the process that is not actually part of the purchase price. We can go into more detail with that later when we get into the ins and outs of your purchase, but just know that there's the lot premium and then the purchase price. Now, the thing to keep in mind is that both of these communities are incredibly lovely. They are well thought out and well designed, and you will not lose no matter which one you pick, because we will be here with you throughout the whole process. Do not forget to download that 55 plus community worksheet that we've put together for you. And then of course, reach out to us because we can answer more detailed questions about your story, your move. But start first with that worksheet and then we'll go from there. All right, so we brought you all of that great information about Del Webb Nexton and Del Webb Point Hope, and we hope that that provided a lot of answers to some of the questions that you may have. Now, you're gonna know the answer to this one for sure, because I'm probably gonna know it too. This guy is about ready to bring the Gen X fun fact. Let's go, Dan.
Okay, this time I've got 3 different years.
Oh gosh.
And this topic is related to chewing gum.
Does your chewing gum lose its flavor?
So, 1975, name what gum came out in 1975.
Chiclets.
Nope.
Juicy fruit.
Nope.
Wrigley? No, Wrigley is juicy fruit.
No.
I don't know.
Big Red.
Ah.
Remember the commercial where it was kiss a little longer, hold hands a little longer.
A little longer.
Longer with Big Red.
All right,
okay.
what's the second
1979.
one? All right. Another gum?
Yeah.
Chiclets?
No, I think chiclets are tale as old as time.
No.
I'll have to look it up because it came up. Those had to have been around forever.
Oh. 79. It's not juicy fruit?
Nope.
Ah.
You give up.
Freshen up.
That would be a good one,
Oh.
but I didn't do that one. Hubba Bubba, 1979.
Biggest bubbles ever.
Yeah. 1988.
No idea.
I wouldn't have got this either. Bubble tape, 6 feet of gum.
Shut it.
Can you believe it?
Oh my gosh.
I had no idea. All the cool gums came out during our childhood.
All right. Did you get it? Because clearly I only got one, and he still didn't even say chiclets.
And who knows what year gums came out? I mean, it's kind of a ridiculous topic.
All right. Well, we hope that this information it brought you value, answered some questions that you may or may not have, and actually, took you back to the 80s for a hot second. So we will see you around town.